Hello, everybody. Welcome to Beyond the Mic podcast. Again, my name is Francisco Romero. Thank you for being with us. Gracias por acompañarnos en Beyond the Mic podcast. Hoy tenemos un invitado muy especial, Alfredo Villa. We'll do it in English. Alfredo Villa is a young man who is a pitcher in Nicaragua, and he actually represented Nicaragua just a few days ago. And so, very successful from Tucson, Arizona. Así que Alfredo Villa, oriundo de Tucson, pitcher profesional, estaba en Nicaragua, en el torneo de Nicaragua, y después representando a Nicaragua en un torneo en Venezuela. First of all, Alfredo, thanks for being with us. Thank you for, I've been wanting to talk to you for a long time. We've been in contact through social media for a while. Alfredo, how are you? How are you doing? I know you're in Venezuela. You just finished a tournament. How's it going for you? How are you doing right now?
Yeah, it's doing well. We just finished up our tournament here in Venezuela, so my Wi-Fi might be a little in and out, so just bear with me with that. But no, it's been great. Had a great opportunity to represent Nicaragua out here, and just being able to represent a country is just an amazing experience.
So your story is amazing. Let me start by saying you went to Rincon High School, if I'm not mistaken. You played baseball there, and then you went to Adams State, if I'm not mistaken, and you went to
hmm
college. You played college ball. Then you
Uh,
can go ahead,
mhm.
and then you play a little bit of pro
Yeah,
ball.
so I started off. Yeah. So I started off in Rincon. After Rincon, I went to community college. I played in Phoenix Community College in downtown Phoenix, Arizona. From there is when I transferred out to Adams State in Colorado. I finished out my fifth year there because of the COVID season. I was granted an extra season. After that, I had an opportunity to play professional, and that was my first time touching the ball on a professional field. Was in Grand Junction, Colorado, and I've worked my way up, and now I'm in Venezuela.
Hey, so I want to go back a little bit before you even were born. I know in your family, we went to
Okay.
Wakefield Junior High for your uncles and aunts. And let me tell you, La Familia Villa, 16
hmm
siblings from Nogales, Mexico. They migrated to Tucson. 16. I went to school with your uncle Hector, and my sister, younger sister, went to school with your dad. My older sister went to school with your tia Graciela and your tia. So, the seven siblings of us and 16 of your family. So we all had a grade with a different family member. But you come from a huge family. And when I saw your name first, and we were contacted through Facebook, through social media, I was like, Alfredo Villa, that's Alfredo's son, and he pitches, he plays ball, and he's very good. So that's a little background in our connection. But yeah, we knew your family very well. We would actually hang out together. Your tias would go to the
hmm
house and eat and dance and all this young stuff. But then all of a sudden, we were talking off camera, and you were talking about life happens, and life happened, and we just lost touch a little bit. We knew of you guys, and a little bit here and there, but then I saw you pitching and playing ball, and then I don't know if you contacted me first or I did, or your dad, but we got connected, and I followed your career from afar. But I followed you, and I followed your success. You're a very smart pitcher. When I say that, is like you have videos that kids can watch and learn a lot. But first of all, tell me, how did you end up at a baseball field? How did you become a baseball player?
Yeah. So my sister, she used to play baseball, not baseball. She played softball, and so we would always go to the field, and I always wanted to throw the softball. She ended up having surgery, so her career ended sooner than she wanted. That's just life, unfortunately. Once I was of age to play organized baseball, my parents knew that's exactly what, and I've been throwing the ball since. So it's been a good time.
And now I want to get ahead now because I want to tell people who are watching that you were a superstar, or you are a superstar in the country of Nicaragua. I went to Nicaragua in 2014. I was invited to Nicaragua to talk baseball to talk about broadcasting and in Major League Baseball. So I love the country. I went to Oh, we went to the capital. Then we went to different cities, Granados or Granada, and we went to different stadiums, and we toured the country, and it's beautiful, great food, great people, and I'm sure you had a great time. But most of all, you're a superstar right there right now. You guys won the championship, huh?
Yeah, we won the whole thing. That's why we were selected to come represent Nicaragua here in this tournament.
And Angel Ariel says Ranger alumni. Es todo Villa. So we're live. You can get the messages. So you tell me
Yeah,
about pitching in Nicaragua. Did you? Uh, I'm sure you understand some Spanish. Your dad spoke obviously a lot of Spanish. Did you learn more Spanish while in Nicaragua, or just a little bit?
yeah. I think I learned more Spanish, just because I mean, truthfully, I was afraid to come to a Spanish-speaking country because I knew I looked the part, but I don't speak it fluently, so I know that's never a good thing. But once I got to Nicaragua, I was really hesitant to speak in Spanish. But unfortunately, you have to do it. You have to talk, which isn't a bad thing. So as I started talking a little bit more and more here and there, I got a little bit more comfortable. So I actually got more confident in my Spanish speaking abilities. It's not perfect. Don't I'm not calling myself fluent, but it's getting there.
Somebody asked if you're Nicaraguense, and now he's from Tucson. He's Mexican American. I think that's what you would call yourself, or of Mexican descent.
Mm-hmm,
Uh,
mm-hmm.
let's get to your story. You get to Adams State, you pitch, you're successful there. But before that, did you ever
Mm-hmm.
get any offers in high school to sign with the major league team or organization, or a D1 school, or
Yeah,
what?
in high school, I had nobody looking at me. I had zero interest out of high school, and I almost stopped playing. Just life happens. I was gonna start working, and baseball was it for me. It was just around that time. But I knew I wasn't done. I knew I still wanted to keep playing, so I forced my way into a community college. I actually was training at Pima Community College in Tucson, and it just didn't feel like the place for me. So I reached out to some high school coaches that I played with. They connected me with Kevin Kimball over at Phoenix Community. He's no longer there. But that's who I was speaking to, and he gave me an opportunity. I moved to Phoenix with a week's notice of telling my parents. They were not happy with me whatsoever, but I knew I needed to take a chance on myself, and that's what I did when I moved to Phoenix. And after that, I mean, I never had any interest from an affiliated team, no major league team. After college, asking about me, but it's only been a couple questioning how I do, how do I pitch, but it's never been more than that.
And then, so you never signed that paper that talked about how much bonus you wanted or anything like that, or
No,
uh,
no, no, no. I'm not even thinking about a bonus. I just want an opportunity.
now and then you played a little bit of pro ball, or do you call it semi-pro, pro independent? What kind of ball was it?
Mhm. Yeah, so it's independent baseball, so it's not affiliated, but it is its own league that has a lot of good talented athletes there. So because the draft got cut so short, a lot of the guys that would have gotten picked in the later rounds are now pushing in the independent level, and independent baseball is really turning around. That's very good baseball.
How many independent teams did you play for, or just one?
So I started off in Grand Junction. So Grand Junction is what got my feet wet in the professional world. I won the championship with the Grand Junction team my first season as a pro. Then I moved over to Missoula. I loved Missoula. They brought me in, and that's when I really found myself as a pitcher and what did I need to do to improve. And then I moved over to Ottawa in Canada in the Frontier League. So I played over there, and then I got an opportunity to play here in Nicaragua, and then now an opportunity to play here in Venezuela.
But let's stop there before we go to Nicaragua. Uh, is it livable wages in independent ball? Can you be a married person and live okay?
Yeah, I think it depends on your situation, right? I think there's some people that have kids, have children, have a wife, it might not be the best choice. But then you have some guys that are single, they aren't really worried about anything, then it's feasible. But it's not a luxurious lifestyle. We're not driving around with the nicest cars. We're working hard to make sure we can pay the bills on our that we have to pay.
And now let's go to Nicaragua. How did you? And let me tell you a story before I tell you. I don't know if you know the Arvizu brothers in Tucson.
Mhm.
Carlos, when we were younger, he got to play in Nicaragua from Tucson. He was a
Oh
catcher.
wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so Carlos played in Nicaragua. He actually played against Vicente Padilla. I'm sure you know who Vicente Padilla is now, huh? He's one of the.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So Vicente was my student with the D-backs. He was
Wow,
my.
that's awesome.
I used to teach him English. He played for the
Wow.
D-backs in the field. Yeah, and I called him the other day. I asked him about you. And he says, "Oh, es un caballo." So he says he told me you were very good. I knew, but I call
Yeah,
him
yeah, yeah.
from time to time. I don't know if you ever
Hmm.
talked to him, or because he lived in Tucson. I don't know if he ever told you that,
No, I
but
didn't know that.
Carlos played against Vicente Padilla, and actually one day in Tucson they saw each other, and they're like, "Carlos," he goes, "Padilla, Carlos," like a movie. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
that's awesome.
They
That's awesome.
started talking. Yeah, it was a small world. But so, how did you end up in Nicaragua? Who looked for you, or did you have any
Yeah.
offers from Mexico, or how did you end up there?
Yeah, absolutely. So I was just in Canada. I was in Canada playing a regular season, not thinking too much. I had one goal, and that was to make it to the playoffs. I wasn't thinking about nothing else. And then my teammate, he comes up to me and he asks me like, "Hey, like, are you interested in playing baseball in Nicaragua this winter?" And I was like, I mean, I'm interested in learning more. I don't really know much about it. So I guess what happened was my teammate, he played for Leon last season, and he was now on my team in Canada. So the Leon GM, owner, coaching staff, they were watching and I just happened to be putting up good enough numbers in the Frontier League to catch their eye, and they asked if I was interested, and they reached out to me, and the rest is history.
What was your first reaction?
Excited. I mean, I've never had really an opportunity to play internationally. Like, yeah, I was in Canada, but it's based out of a league that's in the States. So, in a way, I didn't count it as international. Canada's international, like, regardless. But Nicaragua is way further from Tucson than Canada.
It is. Hey, and what city did you arrive? The capital in Managua, or when you arrived?
Yeah, so we flew into Managua, and then we had to take a road trip to Leon. And then that was when I got into my hotel.
And your first impression of the country?
We got there super late. I just wanted to stay awake. Didn't know where we were.
It's a beautiful country, and I have friends from León, from Managua,
Hmm.
León Jodido, they call it, from that
Yeah, yeah,
song.
yeah, yeah. We would say that all the time. I love Nicaragua. It was fun. The fans were amazing. They really are energetic. They are passionate about their team that they cheer for. And even after a loss, like, you can understand that they're still supported for who they want to be for. And it's a beautiful sight to see.
Did you get to eat bigoron? Isn't that what
You cut out. Did I get to eat what?
what they call it, bigoron? What they sell at the stadium, and then they call the rice and beans. What do they call it?
Gallo Pinto.
Gallo pinto.
Gallo
Yes.
Pinto es mejor.
Yeah, gallo pinto is good. I got to eat gallo pinto too.
Nah,
It's good
it's
food,
good. The
man.
food, yeah, the food is delicious, but everybody makes fun of me. I had gallo pinto with every meal that I had, so yeah, it is what it is.
It's good. It's good. We went to
Yeah.
the lakes in I think it's Granados. There's like 3 lakes. Man,
Hmm.
the fish there,
Uh-huh.
they take out of there. It's huge.
Yeah.
It's good fish
Oh
too.
yeah.
I don't know if you ate that fish, but it
Yeah.
was
Yeah. Yeah. No, I didn't have none of the fish, but we would go to the beach and have dinner a lot. So it was fun.
now. So how was it? What was the season like? I followed you, and little by little, as your performances went by, you became a superstar. Not just a star, but the country had the eyes on you, and it's a baseball country. I mean, and you got to see that it's the crowd is always there.
Hmm.
The stadiums that look very good. I don't know how they were, but little by little, gradually, you became a superstar. What was that like?
Yeah. When I had the ball and it was my turn to throw, there was no need to put unnecessary pressure, right? Like, my job is to get 3 outs. And if I can do that for 5, 6 innings, then I'm doing my job, right? As long as I'm putting Leon in a situation to win when I hand the ball off to the reliever, that's all that matters to me. And I was just lucky enough to be able to do that consistently throughout the entire season. And I'm just thankful for that opportunity, because without Sandor, I never even got this chance.
And I guess what I'm trying to get at in terms of being, because you became the face of that team. I mean, whether
Mm-hmm.
you want it or not, or you liked it or you don't, you became the face of that team, and everyone was waiting for the day that you pitched, and the opposite team uh, was waiting to get to you when you pitched. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I know you're talking about no more pressure, but the reality is you had a lot of eyes on you, and you had a lot
Mm-hmm.
of people rooting for you. You had a lot of the other team rooting against you. I mean, what I'm trying to say is you were in a situation where you're playing ball, where it matters. Not that it didn't matter in college or anywhere else, but where it
Mm-hmm.
mattered a lot. And and
Yeah.
and you were a star. I mean, you were one. You weren't one of the players. You were a star in that country. What was that like?
It was amazing. It's definitely something that I try not to, like, toot my own horn, but it's a special feeling, to understand where I came from in my career and to be able to be on a platform that I've reached. It's a surreal feeling, but yeah, realistically, all I wanted to do was just give us a chance to win. And early in the season, in my opinion, I didn't really do anything too spectacular. I did good enough to win, and we finished the job and got the wins when they were needed. I don't feel I really did anything special until we reached the round robin. And that's when things kind of turned around for me, in my opinion.
What did you see from there differently than before, or was it a big buzz that went around because of the playoffs?
Um, yeah, absolutely. So when it came to round robin, I ended up throwing a lot. And I think that was very impressive for a lot of people watching. I don't remember exactly how many pitches or how many days I had rest, but I started a game, and then it was like I had a couple days off. And at this point in the round robin, our backs were against the wall. We had no chance. Like, if we lost one more game, we were out of it. And because I think it's a 12 game round robin or something like that. And we were 1-5 after the first 6 games of the round robin.
Oh
So in
wow!
order for us to make it, the magic number was 7. So we knew in the Leon locker room we need to find a way to get to 7 wins. And when we opened the round robin up at 1-5, that's when we were kind of like we need to figure it out. So our backs were against the wall early, and there's just no time to relax at that point. Every game is a game that can send you home. So I pitched. I started one game, got as much time as I could before I was needed, and then I was out of the bullpen. Got a couple days off. Next thing you know, I'm out of the bullpen again. Then I was starting, and it felt like I was in every single game. And the guys are they always joke about it. They said that I was ready to throw every single game, but it's just the competitive nature. You want to win, and we ended up winning. So it's amazing.
Yeah, that's cool stuff. I did see a lot of that. Regards to, were there any former major league player? I know there was a former major league manager there. Was it Omar Vizquel in one of the teams? Huh?
Vizquel, yeah, yeah. He was actually the manager. Yeah, he was the manager for the team that I played against in the final, the championship series. He was the manager there. Chesler Cuthbert, he was on Rivas. Um, I can't think of any other. A lot of affiliated talent, though. Like, everybody on that field was very good.
How many U.S. players can a team have?
I don't know that number exactly, but Leon, we had the most, I want to say, compared to the others. Um, four
Foreigners?
foreigners, yeah,
15.
we're allowed.
Yeah.
So we're allowed a total of 15 foreigners,
Oh,
but
15?
that's not just U.S. That's amongst everybody. So
Mexico, Cuba, whatever. Okay.
yeah, if you're not in Nicaragua, you're a foreigner.
Exactly, exactly. That's pretty cool.
Mhm.
So what did you learn from all this off the baseball field? What was your life learning from this?
Are you saying on the baseball field?
No, off the baseball field, just life
Off
in
the
its.
baseball field. Yeah, absolutely. I think coming to Nicaragua was just a reality check, because it makes you realize that back in the States, things are a lot easier. It's a lot more things are a lot more accessible, and if you want to have dinner, you have to do it before it closes in Nicaragua because you're going to be hungry overnight if you don't.
And what else did you learn in terms of like appreciation for the facilities? I mean, here in the U.S. or appreciation for life itself, or I don't know.
Hmm.
What else did you learn?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is a conversation we can go down and be on forever. There's so many life lessons that you could learn. Before I came to Nicaragua, somebody told me that like, if you really want to learn who you are as a person, you need to go live internationally somewhere for a little bit. And I'm normally an extroverted. I like to laugh and joke, and that's just who I am. That's what I was raised, and that's just how I've always been. But coming to Nicaragua, I a lot because there was the language barrier. And so I realized that I don't have to be that individual. I can go and be happy quietly, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I think there's just a lot of life lessons if you're willing to open your eyes and look for it.
And you said you took your wife. Your wife is there with you, and do you have any kids?
No, no, I don't have a wife. I don't have any kids. I have a girlfriend, but no kids.
Ah, okay, okay. And
Mhm.
what's next for you? What are you coming back to the States, do you plan to go back to Nicaragua next year?
Yeah, I'm not too sure what's next. I've kind of just been trying to make sure I'm ready to go for my next start whenever that is. Since we've been eliminated, I'm just gonna go back to Arizona and start getting ready for the next season. Whenever I get an opportunity, I want to make sure I'm putting my best foot forward.
And but are you so? Is it too early to say that you're in talks to coming back next year?
To Nicaragua,
Yes.
I'd be interested in coming to Nicaragua. Obviously, I'd have to talk with Leon and we'd have to get into an agreement, but it's not out of the cards. I'm definitely interested, and I enjoyed my time here.
Now, were there like other teams that looked at you in other leagues? Let's say the Mexican Summer League or Mexican Pacific League. Anybody else talk to you, or even a major league organization who talked to you? Is there anything like that that opened up, or you think it may open up?
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping things start to open up. I've had a couple teams reach out to me from Venezuela. I've had a team reach out to me in Mexico. No team in affiliated though, but I also have somebody, a contact in Italy who's interested in me. So I'm going to be hearing back from them. Also, I still have my connection in the Frontier League going back to Ottawa. But yeah, it's just kind of hearing people out. I'm not really pushing for anything, but if an opportunity opens up, then I'm going to be interested in opening that door.
What what um what kind of competition can you compare Nicaragua? I mean, I know the crowd is very it's
Yeah.
there in terms of baseball itself.
Hmm.
What do you compare it to?
Yeah, it's hard to say because whenever I get this question, a lot of people kind of base that answer off of affiliated baseball. And because I've never been in affiliated baseball, I don't know what the competition level is in high A, double A, triple A. Like I don't know, but from what I've heard, it's close to double A, depending on who's starting. So I was told you could have a high A game if your starter is a high A leveled pitcher. You could have a double A game if you have a double A leveled pitcher. So It kind of varied, but me personally, I can't answer that clearly because I've never been in the farm system, so I can't really truthfully compare the two.
And in regards to age gap, do you have very young players to very old players, or is
Yeah, there was a wide range. There was a wide range. I mean, I know of a few players that are 23 that were in the league, and I know some people that were, I mean, pushing 35. Like, so there was a good gap, but that's I think there's an advantage to that because the players that are on the older aspect, they've been around the game, they know more, and it's just a tool that the younger players need to take advantage of and go learn something. A quick conversation can give you the secret you didn't know.
exactly, you're absolutely right. And so what do you think of you having the success there, being from Tucson, far away? Maybe not a lot of people know that the success that you had this past winter in baseball. What would you tell the kids in Tucson? Your from your high school, from Rincon, from Pueblo, from Sunnyside. What would
Yeah, yeah. I would say if I would say when it comes to that, like you can't tie your own hands and keep yourself like from growing. You have to keep going. You have to see what's out there because the truth is Tucson is not everything. There's more out there in the world, and once we're okay with stepping away from Tucson, that's when you really get to experience that. Tucson's great. That's my home. I got nothing negative to say about Tucson, but there is more out there. We need to experience that.
and also if you want to keep playing sports, there's I mean obviously if you can make it to the majors, great for whoever makes it to the majors, but there's opportunities for people who want to keep playing and
Mhm.
you experience that.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I'm a big believer. If you want to continue to play, you just have to find the team that needs you. Like there's a team that needs Alfredo Villa on their team. I just have to do the work to find that team. And that goes for anybody that's watching. That goes for anybody that sees this video. Somebody wants you on their team. You just have to figure out who it is. And that goes to college, that goes to pro. It doesn't matter. If you want to continue playing, you have to put the work in to find that team.
Right now you were talking about talking and laughing and always being happy, but one thing that I've noticed about you is the quick lessons that you give on your videos in terms of many different topics. Even I watched a few, but there was one where you said, "Okay, they got me. They hit a home run. What do you got to do? You just get the next out." I mean, you're like very
Mm-hmm.
realistic, very don't worry about it. It's a game. Let's just get the next out. So
Yeah,
those
absolutely.
things are pretty cool. They teach. There's a lot of meaning to what you do, and I really like those videos. Tell me more about those videos.
Yeah. So funny enough, I started the videos last season when I was in Canada. I was on the injured list. I was on the IL for 2 weeks. I just had some bicep tendonitis, and so we just gave my arm a little bit more time to get ready. And the team was actually on the road for 2 weeks. So I was in Canada for the first time all by myself. I didn't know anybody. The whole team is now traveling. I'm by myself in Canada, and I don't know, something in me just start making videos. And I was hesitant. I was very hesitant to post videos because, like, I don't know. There's a hurdle I think everybody has to get over of just not caring about what people have to say.
Okay.
And once you just start pushing your content, that's when it gets good. And so early when I was on the IL, I told myself I don't want to be one of those people posting things and it's only the highlights and it's only the good stuff of pitching because realistically, there is so much negative as a
Uh,
pitcher. It's a game of failure. We're expected to fail. So why am I going to be upset if I'm not showing you the bad side of pitching? So the moment I gave up that home run, I knew I had to post it. So
no, and it's great because you also post the good stuff. You also post, or
mhm,
I guess what I'm saying is you also post how you can get good at something by doing something else on some pitches. You
correct.
talk. I've seen some videos of you talking about some exercises, some I don't know stuff like breathing or stuff like that. Even
Hmm.
in-game stuff that'll get you back
Correct.
to focus on pitching.
Yes. I think that's really good because when I was pitching, back when I was in high school and when I was in college, I never knew this stuff. And I would talk with my teammates, and this is stuff we would all talk about at the field. So in my head, I have a younger brother who's playing college baseball now. Why don't I help him and give him some information that I wish I had at that age? And then I started making videos, and in my head, if I can help one athlete, those videos are worth it to me.
Exactly. And hey, I'm even learning some stuff from you from a personal standpoint of the mindset of a pitcher. And I've been in the majors for 30 years broadcasting games, but you're taking me
Wow.
into your mind. You're taking me into the field, and that's what I like.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I put myself in your shoes. Like, oh, okay, so that's what he's feeling. Okay, so they hit a home run
Mm-hmm.
of him. You know, the heck with it. Like, come and get the next out.
Yes,
Stuff like that.
exactly.
And some pitchers just get frustrated. Lichon dice,
Oh, absolutely.
yeah, buena entrevista, información para jóvenes for young people who want to play baseball. Yeah, and then Larissa, who's becoming a fan of yours, my wife, they say there are so many people practicing sports. Why do you think people that never make it to any kind of professional or college level is still trying to play in city leagues, community centers, tournaments? What is sports? What is in sports that engage people?
Yeah, that's a fantastic question. I think this is something that every athlete's going to go through at their life because we are all aware that we have to stop playing at a competitive level at some point in our career. And then it's true, some people stop playing competitively and lose their identity completely. Some people don't know how to, you know, maintain good health because we've had coaches yell at us all the time to go to work out and go run. I don't like running, but my coach tells me to run, I'm gonna go run. But so besides the point, I think when people want to play, they should go play. And if if their skill set allows them to get into the college level or the professional level, by all means, you should absolutely experience that because not everybody gets to. But some people just crave competitive nature, and I think that's why they stay in city leagues or community centers. And some people just want to spend time around loved ones. So it's really, I think that's what engages people, the community.
A professional told me one time, as long as you still wearing a jersey, you got a chance. It doesn't matter if it's college or independent ball or whatever. But if you're still wearing that jersey, you still have a chance to continue playing. I mean, and I guess I've seen you do
Yes.
that. You always have a jersey. You always have a uniform. You're always with the team. So I think that's that's a great opportunity.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so there are so many lessons to learn from you. And what is the biggest lesson that you can overall off the field, on the field, from Tucson to Canada? What's the biggest lesson that you can relate to someone?
I can relate the most to the baseball players or the softball players, the people that play the game that I play. So these are the people that I'm speaking to when I say this. The best piece of advice I can give you is you got to stop trying to be perfect in a game of failure.
Yeah.
You're expected to fail. You have to be okay with failing because you're gonna, for the hitters, you're a Hall of Fame hitter if you can get 3 hits
3 hits.
out of 10. Out of 10.
Out of 10.
So, and I tell my brother's teammate this all the time. Okay, you went 0 for 3 today. You went 0 for 4 today. That's unfortunate. You still have the rest of your 10 at bats, and that's going to leak into the next game. So you went 0 for 4 today. You still have 6 at bats to go get 3 hits. And then if you go 0 for 3 this game, that's unfortunate. You have 4 more at bats to be a Hall of Fame hitter. So you're going to have bad games, and that's okay. Stop trying to be perfect in a game of failure.
Yeah, we see that all the time, and but yeah, you have to be patient. It's a game. It's a chess game at the same time. That's why I really don't like the. You were talking about the
Yes.
time. I think I heard you one a couple of days ago talking about the clock, and the reason I'm not
Yeah.
a big fan of the clock is because I like the game within the game. When the pitcher's looking at the batter, he steps off, and the pitcher steps off, and they're fighting with the look on their faces. I think that's pretty cool. But with the clock,
Yeah.
you don't do that much. But you like it. From what I heard, you like the clock.
I like the clock because in college I had to use it, so I had to be better with it. If I don't have to use the clock, I can go at my own pace, and that's where I feel the best. But I think there's just so much issues with the clock for pitchers. So the whole reason behind that post is instead of being afraid of the clock, start using it to your advantage. When there's runners on, use the clock to see how long your hold is. If I come set and I pitch with 7 seconds on the clock, the next time I come set, I'm gonna pitch with 2 seconds on the clock. I know I've mixed up my timing. So instead of hating the clock, I think it's more to utilize it and understand the pros in it.
Exactly. Now, yeah, a lot of pitchers now. That's why a lot of minor league pitchers were being successful at the major league level because they started using the clocks in the minor leagues before they went to the majors. So the new pitchers that were coming up, they were already comfortable with it. So it's pretty cool. Alfredo, it's been a pleasure to talk to you, man. Especially knowing your dad's family and being at Wakefield and at Pueblo, and it's pretty cool to see you. To be honest with you, I'm very proud of you. And I mean, no, we've never met in person. I feel like we're family or something like because of the ties that I have with your family.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think it's amazing that you get to do this. Like, again, I didn't know how you got to the baseball field, but I'm glad you did. And you know, what would you tell your dad if he was watching this?
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's disconnect. My Wi-Fi is not doing too good. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Can you hear me now?
Are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay. No, but I'm saying.
What was the last part you said? You cut out.
No, I was saying that I kind of feel like we're family because of the ties that we had before. But what would you tell your dad if he was watching this?
What would I tell my dad?
Yes.
I would tell him that I'm doing it. Come to a game because he's been wanting to watch one, so he needs to come see one.
No, that's pretty cool, man. I'm really, really, really excited, and I just can't wait to see what's next for you because I know you're gonna do well. And the best thing that I see from you, and the reason I wanted to talk to you is because you're always happy, man. As long as you're in the mound, whatever happens, you always have that good attitude, and I think that has a lot to do with your success on the field.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks a lot. When do you leave Venezuela?
My flight is scheduled for either the 14th or the 15th, but I don't know if they'll reschedule it or not. So I'm just gonna enjoy Venezuela until I can.
Cool. It's a beautiful country. Well, enjoy Venezuela, and hopefully we'll see you in the States. Hopefully you get to stop by Houston and get to watch an Astros game. And man, you never know. Maybe I'll call one of your pitches when you're in the major leagues. You never know, especially with.
Hey, let's go. Hey, do what you got to do. I'll go do whatever.
All right. Well, we'll be waiting for you.
What was that?
No, I was saying that maybe I'll get to call one of your games in the majors.
Okay, yeah, let's make a deal then.
All right. Okay. Well, thanks a lot for being with us, taking the time to be with us. And Nicaragua, man, was all over your newspapers, internet, social media, and it was great. So just before you go, what was the people? What was the Nicaraguans like with you out in Nicaragua?
Yeah, they're very passionate fans. They wanted autographs, they wanted photos. But I mean, anybody wants that when you have a championship team in your city. So I totally understand that.
And before you go, my wife's asking your three favorite pitchers, three top pitchers, and why.
My three top pitchers, I would say Clayton Kershaw because that's who I kind of formed my pitch style off of. I like the way Chapman throws, just because he's one of the hardest throwers out there. And I'm gonna just say me for the third one, because you got to love yourself.
You know what? That's one of the things that she always says. You have to believe in yourself before anything else, because if you don't, things just won't go the right way. But you're
Absolutely.
absolutely right. Who did you grow up by watching? What team?
I didn't really watch up. I didn't really grow up watching a team. I just kind of wanted to watch good baseball.
Did you ever go to Sidewinders games, D-backs games?
Yeah, in Tucson, we would go to the back when they were the Tucson Padres. We went to Rizzo was on that team.
Yeah,
So
Rizzo
that was
was.
pretty cool to see.
Yeah, Rizzo was on that
So I
team.
saw Anthony Rizzo in Tucson on the Padres before he was a Cub. So
Actually, Scherzer was
that was
on
cool.
the Sidewinders. Max
Oh
Scherzer.
yeah, see, I don't think I saw Scherzer. That might have been when I was younger, because
Yeah,
it was they used to be the Tucson Toros, and then they were the Sidewinders, and then there was the Tucson Padres, and then now they're not even a team anymore. So I don't know.
no, yeah. That's it. Well, Alfredo, thank you for being with us. Good luck, and let's keep in touch. Let's do it again when your next adventure starts. We'll be ready to have you on,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
you can let us know what's going on. All right.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And if you see our tios out there, all 16 of them, please tell them I said hello. And
Yeah, I'll let them know. I'll let
it's
them
a
know.
big family. Alfredo, again, thank you very much for being with us. And hopefully we'll see you back here in Houston sometime soon. All right.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay. So thanks everyone for joining us. And this is Beyond the Mic podcast. Until next time, my name is Francisco Romero. Again, this is Beyond the Mic podcast.